Hey, what's going on everybody? So in this video I will show you an incredible automation that will communicate with you and create anything that you want. Sounds amazing, right? It's because it will run it through a system and we will extract everything that model sets to you, and in the background it will give you anything that you want as an output. It's really cool. I know it's really cool. Again, it will create anything like social media post, productivity list, and what's not, right? So basically it will create anything that you can imagine in your wildest imagination. And one thing, this is bit different because you can have a conversation in real time with the system, and then you can express your ideas and it will create it. Right now let's start with what this automation actually looks like, and I'll walk you through the actual system, how it works, how much it will cost you, how you can build it, right? But before that, if you don't know who I am, so my name is Harsh and I run this awesome community that helps people to learn and thrive on AI automation and make.com that makes money, right? So everything that I make in this video, guys, all are available at my school community. So if you want to access this automation and all the resources that is being shown in this particular video, all you need to do is just come over here in my school community and import the blueprint, grab the blueprint and then import the blueprint from my community to make.com, and boom, everything will be at your fingertips and you can have access to the full system within a minute. Now let's start with the actual system, how it will look like, and then we will build this system live. Okay, so basically first thing first, so first let's go through the whole system that I have already built, and then I'll help you to, and then I will create the whole system live in front of you in this video, so that you can also build a similar system for yourself to help yourself in any way you want, right? So yeah, let's get into the system right away. So this system will basically help you to come up with the list of things that you need to do, right? So let me show you a very simple message that I have generated through this particular system. So basically this is the message that I'm getting from the system. So basically in this particular thing I ask ChatGPT to help me to come up with the ideas that will help me to make money, and then I ask ChatGPT to prioritize that idea based on how much time it will take and then how much money it is required, right? And then it will exactly prioritize the list of ideas, and then and the steps that you need to take in order to achieve that particular thing. Right now it is not just limited to this one, but you can have any conversation you want with the chat GPT, where you can ask anything that you want to get an output as an, and then you can share that particular chat in a Slack group, right? So in this particular example I'm using Slack, so let me show you the exact use case of this particular system. So yeah, now let's come to the chat GPT, right? So this is particularly chat that I have with chat GPT, right? So now I asked that I want to make money, but there are a lot of ways available on the internet, so because of that I'm confused. Right now I want you to help me to prioritize based on your understanding that which is the best way to make money in less time and in less with less money, right? Again, this is a mistake from my end, but yeah, still ChatGPT comes up with a very accurate way of doing it, right? So then this is the response against my message, and then what I did is, once I get the answer from the ChatGPT, what I did is I grab the link of this particular chat. So you just need to come over here if you're doing it from laptop or PC. If you are doing it from a phone, then what you need to do is you just go to download the ChatGPT application, go to ChatGPT, ask have a conversation with ChatGPT, and then come to, and then if you're an Android user, come to the top of that and then click on that three dot, and export and then share the chat in the Slack group, right? Again, it is not just limited to Slack. You can use any kind of messenger like Telegram, WhatsApp, anything that you are comfortable with. But again, in my case, because I'm using Slack most often, so I'm giving Slack as an example here. So what you need to do is you just click on this three dot, click on this share icon, and then update link. Again, in your case it will be a copy link, so just copy it and then share it in the Slack group. Right now, if see, I just shared this link in the Slack group, right? And then now if I can if I'm running if I'll run this and run this one, you will see in a few moments it will give me a exact step by step list that what I need to do in order to make money in less time, right? So now let's wait for some time. Okay, yeah, so it already started generating a list of that, and then it will update a message in a Slack group, right? See, so now I got the message from in the Slack group. So basically this is the previous one, this is the latest one. Again, both of are very similar because we have used the same chat to for the demonstration purpose, right? So now if you can see we got this message, and then here if you can see this red, yellow and green dot, which means red means highest priority task, yellow means medium priority, and the green means low priority, right? So what how can I how am I getting that? So basically let me now show you the system. So basically the first thing that we are doing is like we are watching any message that is coming to a private channel, which in this case which is a make/test channel name. And once we get that message, we ask ChatGPT to format that URL that we have shared in the chat, right, in the private group. Once ChatGPT does that, then there's the AP5 actor which we are running, right? So if you can see it here, this is the AP5 actor that we are running. So I'll show you exactly how you are going to do this. So then once this will start running, then there's another scenario where like we are watching whenever actor is started running, this particular flow is triggered based on this. The next step is we will get the data set items, which means we are getting the data that that particular actor has run through. And then we ask, here we are using Cloud 3.5 Sonnet. You can again you can use ChatGPT or Perplexity, any kind of AI tool you want to use, you can use that. It's up to you. But again, in my opinion, Cloud is one of the most proficient and efficient tool that will give you very accurate result as per your prompt, right? So basically this is the prompt that I have used in order to get the output that I want, right? And then once we get the output from create from the cloud, then there's another model which is Slack that create a message for us. And once the message is created, it will send that message to a group which we have selected in the update a message module, right? So this is the whole system that I have created. And now in the next step we are going to create this whole system again from the scratch, and I'll show you each and everything that you need to know in order to create this system for yourself, right? Again, this system is not just limited to the productivity hack or the to do items and action item. You can do anything with this. You can modify a prompt a little bit to maybe educational purpose or maybe your work purpose, right? You can do anything with this. And again, if you want all of this you want this system and all of the resources that I have used, you can go to my community and then grab that from there. Again, now talking about the cost, so basically there are two systems that will there are basically three systems that will cost you some money. Again, it's very cheap. So first is like you have to add a money into your ChatGPT account where you can use ChatGPT through API, right? And then another cost is involved in this cloud where you just have to create an account in a cloud, and then you can add money to that, and I'll show you how to do that, right? So yeah, now let's build the system together. I'm really excited for this, so yeah, let's do that. Okay, so now let's start with creating this system. So just come over to make.com and then click on this create a new scenario in make.com. And the first step is to configure the Slack module in the scenario. So now let's do that, right? So just come over here and type Slack and then click on show more, and then just click on, you can select any of this public channel or private channel as per your Slack configuration, but here I'm going to select a private channel in the Slack, right? And then I already have a connection, but if you are doing it for the first time, I would recommend you to click on this add button and then set up the connection with the Slack and the make.com. So once you done with that, now just come over here and select from the list, and then select the channel that you want to send a message to from the chat GPT, right? So now in my case, let's select the channel. So I'm going to select the make test channel, which I already have created for testing purpose of all the system that I'm going to create on make.com. And then in the limit, you can set it to 10, whichever limit you want to set it, you can do that, it's up to you. And then click on OK, and here choose where to start. Again, for now I'm going to select from now on, but again you can choose manually in order to test this scenario out. So yeah, once the Slack setup has been done, now the next part is, okay, first before we go to the next part, let's create a name, Slack to AP5. I'm just giving it a very random name, but you can give it a name that you can remember. By just looking at a name, you know that what this particular system is about, right? So that's the purpose of name. And then also don't forget to save the progress that you are making time to time, otherwise you will lose last modification that you did, right? And that this happened a lot of time with me, and this is very annoying. So I would recommend you to save it time to time so that you cannot lose the progress on the scenario. Now just click on the plus icon and select the chat GPT OpenAI module, right? Just come over here and write OpenAI, and in that click on the create completion. Right now, again, if you are doing it for the first time, if you don't have an account with OpenAI, what you need to do is you just come over here, type platform.openai.com, and here go to settings, come to billing, and then add a balance, right? So if you haven't added any balance yet, just add your credit card details, and then add minimum $5 you have to add. So it is, but again, I will tell you that it will more than enough to run this scenario, maybe I think 1,000 times, right? It is as cheap as you can imagine. So now once you do that, come over here again to a new scenario, this one, yeah. And then model, choose GPT-4o. Again, you can choose any model you want, but again, what I found is GPT-4o is one of the most sophisticated and accurate model, right? Okay. And then now click on, okay, in token, there are multiple ways you can add tokens. Again, if you can add 0, it will take maximum tokens that is needed to create an output, right? But again, if you add certain numbers, let's say if you add 1096, so if you are out of token, if your output is like very large and it needs more than that, it will not perform, because you only allow ChatGPT to use 1096 tokens. So it will not use more than that, and if it is the case, it will output an error, right? So put 0, so it will use maximum tokens in this case. And then in the message, select role user, and in the message content I'm going to copy the prompt that I have used in the system from the previous one, right? So that it will save time for both of us, right? So now just copy this one and this one. So I'll read the prompt in front of you so that you can exactly copy this prompt in your system to get the desired output. So this prompt is like, you will be given a URL in this format. You are the only capable of producing an URL. You can take input and provide a URL without this symbol, example input and example out, right? So why we are using this particular module to get the URL? Because I'll show you. Whenever like we are sharing a chat in Slack, what type of output is we are getting, right? So let's do that. Let's copy this URL and then put it here, right? Okay, and then if you can just run this particular module, see. So here if you can see in the text data, you can see we are getting the URL, but again with those closing and opening symbol, right? Greater than and less than symbol kind of thing. If you can see here, this one and this one. So again if you can use the exact this text in a API actor, it will not go through it and it will throw an error, right? So to make it a proper URL, we need to use ChatGPT to remove those brackets kind of a thing, a symbol, using the ChatGPT. So now if you can just put this in a ChatGPT module. Okay, let me adjust it and then click on OK. So now it will give you the exact URL format, like it's a URL, and now we can use this URL to do basically anything. You can get anything out of this URL. All the content that this URL is containing, you will get that exactly, right? And then now we can use this in an API actor, right? Again, there's a significant use case of this. For before that, let's rename this module, and you can rename this as an let me see what, yeah, stylish guy, right? Cool. It seems cool, right? So you can rename it to a stylish guy, and our stylish guy is like the most stylish module on the internet, because it can actually beautify your URL. It can give a style to URL and remove all the unnecessary things from the from the body, right? So yeah, it's very cool. So now enough of praising, and then now let's get back to work. So the next step is to add an API model to it. Again, before that, I would like you to go through. I would like to explain how API is work and how amazing the API is. So basically, API is a platform where you can get n number of APIs that you can use in your in any kind of system, be it a make.com or any kind of system. Either you want to create a custom coded scrapers or anything, you can use the APIs, and then again it is also very affordable. So basically, if you can see, once you create your account with the API, you can see API will give you $5 of credit each and every month that you can use, and once you exceed that, then only you have to pay to use their APIs, right? Again, this $5 is much more sufficient, much more sufficient than anything else to use this particular system, because if you can see here, I think I have run it 31 times. Oh wow, yeah, there's a lot of trial and error, yeah. So it for the like one run, it will cost you around $0.006, which is way cheaper than any other model API platform out there in the internet, right? So again, this particular system is very affordable in every sense. So yeah, now let's do real talk. So basically what we are going to do with that particular URL is we are going to scrap the content of that particular URL, right? That we have scrapped from the that we have copied from the chat GPT chat, right? So now for that there are several actors that you can use to scrap the web content. So basically just come to store and just scroll down little bit, and then you can find this puppeteer scraper. Click on that, and then just create a task with that, right? So I'll show you, and then you can name it and just click on continue, and you're good to go. Once you do that, I would say before you add it to a make.com, I would like you to I would recommend you to test it here, and then you can make it in the make.com. So yeah, once you done with that, just come over to make.com, click on this add icon, search for ap5 and run an actor, right? And now if you're doing it for the first time, again just click on add, and here add your API token. So now I'll also show you how to get that. So just head over here, click on the settings, come to API and integration, and here you can copy your personal API tokens and then just paste it here, and then you're good to go. Now select the actor here. So in our case it is a puppeteer scraper and input JSON. So here what you need to do, come to this part, come here, right? And yeah, so here you can see two tab, manual and JSON. So whatever you are putting out here, it will convert it to the JSON file format. So just click here, copy it, and then paste it here. Okay. And one very important tips, like if you just do command V or control V, it is in a very bad format, right? So instead of, just do command shift V if you are on a Mac, or shift control V, so that it will paste in exact format that you have copied. So now here the one thing that you need to do is you need to replace the URL with the URL that we have got from the ChatGPT module, right? So in our case, which is like this, okay, in the choice, in the message, oh, okay, let me see that again. Oh, it is empty. Okay, let me copy this URL again, run this module. Okay, yeah, and now we got the results. So now what you need to do is you just need to paste the URL. You just need to add the result that we have got from the ChatGPT module here. So whenever we are running this module and and then share the link of that particular conversation that you had with ChatGPT in a Slack channel, it will trigger this particular module, and it will take that particular URL instead of you adding URLs every time, right? So now it's done. So the first part of this particular module is done, this particular system is done. Now the second part is where, like, we need to create another scenario for that, right? So before you create another scenario, just save this so that you do not lose the progress on that, and then come to scenario, open it in another tab, right? So that you can run it simultaneously, and just create a new scenario. As you know, like, now you are expert in make.com, right? And then search for ap5 and watch actor runs. Click on that module, and then create on web hook. And here I already have created one, but if you are doing it for the first time, again just click on add, right? And then again paste the API that you have pasted in the previous scenario in the ap5 module. Do that and click the actor. So in our case, which is a puppeteer scraper, click on save and click on OK. Yeah, I don't need to do anything else apart from this, right? So it's very simple. Again, I know it seems complex, but again, if you just follow along and do not skip, if you are not skipping any part of this video, then you will be able to create this system for yourself without anyone's help, even without my help. You just need to follow this video point to point, and then you're good to go. Right now, again, next step is to get the dataset item from the watch actor runs module. Right, so for that, again, click on plus icon, click on ap5, get dataset item, and here it is asking for a dataset id. Right, so here you will get dataset id. Again, here default dataset id, let me make it more visible to you. Yeah, default dataset id, just put it here. And yeah, we want format is JSON. It is, yeah, perfectly fine. Click on OK. Now let's run this module once so that we can see what kind of outputs we are getting. Right, so again, let me copy this, put it here, paste it here, and yeah, this crap image is every time showing. So yeah, now run this once and run this also. Yeah, and then see what kind of output we are getting. And then also I'll show you in here, if you can just click on runs, you will see there are modules which are running. Oh, not array. Oh, it's finished. Yeah, so if you can see, we got the content from that conversation, the whole content you will be getting, and this is so much powerful, right? So now we already got the content from that particular conversations, and now we can do anything with this particular content, right? So this is very powerful. If you just think about it, that you can mold it in your own way for your own purpose, right? So now I'm really excited on the way we are going to use this, right? So basically now the next step is to add cloud module, which is here, entropic cloud, and then click on the create prompt. Now again, for the cloud, I'll show you how to get how to create account and then how to add a balance to it. So now first come to this this URL console.entropic.com. Once you open that URL, and then come over here to your profile, come to plan and billing, and then you can add fund to your account. And once you add the fund, I think also in here also you will have to add minimum $5 of credit. Once you add that, now we are good to go. You just need to do is come to API key, copy that API key, come over again on make.com, and then if you are doing it for the first time, click on add, and then paste your API key here, and then you are good to go. Your connection with make.com is successfully established, right? So now here you have to give the maximum token. So for this, I know that we are not going to use more than 4,000, so I'm giving it 4,000. Again, it's from my experience. Again, you can use it according to your experience once you build experience around using AI tools. But yeah, so now the next step is to add a prompt to this particular module. So for that, role is user, of course, because we are going to give the instruction to the cloud 3.5. Type is text, of course, and then again for a prompt, I already have a prompt in a previous model, so I'll copy paste that instead of writing it down, right? So now the copy paste, and I'll read the whole prompt, and I'll tell you like why it is that way. So the prompt is like, as a language model, your role is to be productive assistant. Your purpose is to analyze the conversation and transform that into clear actionable to-do list that helps people to stay organized and stay productive. When conversation provided to you, follow these steps, right? So again, in the first part, I'm just instructing this particular AI to be more concise and clear, and then create a to-do list that help people to stay organized. That's it. And then I'm telling that there are few instructions that you need to follow in order to get the maximum output out of it, right? So the first one is carefully read through conversations and identify all the tasks, action items, and responsibilities mentioned in the content. Then create a formatted list of to-do list, ensuring that each item is clear, concise, and actionable. Use direct language and avoid ambiguity. The third instruction is add relevant emojis to each item to provide visual context. Choose the emoji that represent the best nature of the theme of the task, right? So basically I'm telling cloud to add emojis to each and every action items and the to-do list, so that it will be more visual to the reader, and then it will help you to read more frequently on that page. And then the fourth one is like again evaluate the urgency and importance of each task, and based on that these are the three emojis that you need to assign to each and every to-do list and the action items based on the priority according to your understanding. And then fifth one is list each item based on the priority from high to low. So I'm telling cloud that don't just randomly order the list and the action items, but again based on the priority from high to low, so that I know that the first one is the highest priority, second one is the low medium, and the last one is the lower priority, right? And under the each item add the bullet point on how to actually achieve or do the to-do list or the action items. So yeah, hit OK. And yeah, now again let's test it out. Okay, copy link, paste it here again, and run this particular module, run this as well. And then now we see here, you can see, if you can just come over here to runs and see it is running, right? And then now we will wait for some time, I think around 2 to 3 1 minute, maybe not under a minute, it will be finished. So yeah, okay, it is taking some more time, but yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, starting the crawler, and I don't know, like it is very strange because to just start crawling the page, it took I think 50 seconds, right? It's very strange, but yeah, no worries. We only care about the output, so yeah, no matter how much time it will take, but yeah, see, so now it's finished running, and then we just need to wait for the cloud response to that. So we got the response, I don't know, like, oh sorry, I was reading the input. So the response is under the content, just click on this one, and okay, oh okay, there is a one issue that maybe you can also run into, that I need to address here, is that by default the puppeteer scraper is only scraping the title of the page, and to change that let me check that. Okay. Okay, so to okay, so to change that you need to add some manual page function to that, right? So if you can see here, so here you need to also tell this scraper that apart from the title, you also need to scrap the content of that particular page, right? So this is the code that you need to add to the puppeteer scraper. Otherwise I'll show you the by default page function that will only scrap the title. So if you can just come over here, go to store, and then click on this scraper. So the by default, okay, strange, no, okay. So basically the by default code is to code is still here and return title. It is not there. This will not be there if you are just doing it for the first time. But again, just remember you have to modify this code a little bit and then you are good to go, right? So basically if I paste this particular JSON, okay, let me just check it once. So again, I'm showing you all the mistake that I'm committing on the video, and I'm not cutting it out because I just wanted to know that there are few errors that if you are run into, and if you don't know, and if you're doing it for the first time, it will be very difficult for you to like tackle those errors, right? So that is why I'm showing you live on like what kind of errors I am going through and then how to solve that, right? So basically very simple. If you just pay attention to those errors, it will be very easy for you to understand that, right? So save task, come over here, and then yeah, so let me try it once. Okay, yeah, JSON. Oh, sorry. And with the replace this with the result one. Okay, click on OK, and then now again let's run this. Oh, and yeah, very annoying, but yeah, anyway, click on the run one, also run this one as well, and then again let's see how it goes. Come over here, starting the crawler. Okay, yeah, it's finished, and let's see what we got. Okay, oh man, amazing. So we got the, so now if you can see we resolve the error, and we got the output, right? So again, here is the content. If you can see, text response is this, I understand this, and this is the list item. Now the next step is to send this to a Slack channel, or what you can do is you can create a Google Doc around it, and you can add all of this particular content that you can see here to a Google Doc. Whichever way you want to get this data, it's up to you. There are plenty of options that you can use. Maybe you want this output in a Notion doc, Google Doc, or Slack, or any other messaging channel or the documentation channel, right? So in my case, I want to get this output in as a message in Slack. So for that, just come over here and select the Slack, and then okay, create a message, and then here as usual, select the channel type, private channel, make text, and then here add the text response from the cloud module. And yeah, one thing, you can also beautify this message by using the blocks. Again, that this is for the another video topic that we are going to cover this as well in another video. But yeah, you can always beautify this response in a way that you want, right? But now, for now, we are not doing that. Just click on OK, and now, so till now it's only create a message, it's not going to send this. To do that, we need to add another module, Slack module, which is update a message, right? And then here click on selector from the list, private channel, and select the channel that you want to send this message to. Okay, and the timestamp is this, which is a message ID, and the text is this, right? Okay, so now yeah, good to go. Again, you can always explore these options, but yeah, I don't want to do that. It's not required for this video. Click on OK, and now you're good to go. Now again, if you can just before you run this, just save this one, right? And now again, let's test it out. Okay, so send this URL again, do this every time, click on run button, also run this module as well, and see, this is running. And then now we will be waiting for the output. Okay, it's finished. Now let's see. Okay, perfect. So this is running now. Wait for the message. Yeah. Okay, let's do one thing. Choose where to start, choose it manually. It is very annoying, yeah, but yeah, let's go through this and then resolve that, right? And then now run it again, run this as well, and you see like the puppeteer scraper is running, starting the crawler, and within a moment you can see that we will get the output, right? So yeah, iterations and trying out. Okay. Oh, perfect. So if you can see now, we got the output based on the conversation that we have. Again, sometimes you run into this kind of errors that you need to solve very patiently, because at the end of the day it is a technical aspect, right? So you need to make sure that everything is running smoothly before you make it live. So it is very, very important in this kind of automation. So now if you can see, we got the output based on the conversions. Here the clear actionable to-do list to help you to get started with making money efficiently, and then it will give you this list based on the priority. So if you see it in red, it is the highest priority, that you need to do these things first, and in order to do this, these are the steps that you need to follow, right? So yeah, this is the final output. And again, this is not limited to this. You can do anything with this. You can achieve any kind of outcome with this particular system. If you like this video, if you watch this video till this point, please like this video and subscribe my channel, because on this channel I'm creating video around AI automation and make.com that will help you to make real money. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching this video. Till then, bye bye, take care.